fucking worth.
Yo,
What's up, guys?
Yo, welcome to VibeCheck, baby. Let's get
We are back with episode 6. Woo! This is our poster.
VibeCheck.
And that's it. Thank you guys. Come back next week for episode 7. Anyways, so we are going to talk about today different chapters of life, meaning how you can progress through chapters, having peace of mind, living certain chapters in the past, and looking forward, living the moment, and honestly just being the best version of you and keep growing every day. Robbie is going to lead this one.
Would you say that's something that we've struggled with in the past? Like being able to go from, say, high school to college to leaving college. Like you have all these core groups of friends and then you just like kind of have to like leave them because it's just how life goes. You ever struggle with that?
No, I think only sissies struggle with that pussy shit.
Oh,
no, I'm kidding. But yeah, I get the idea. We get it, Rocky.
Hard ass over here.
This guy. But yeah, I'm on the same page.
100%. So, kind of like how I've come to fruition of like handling those situations. I don't know if you guys have dealt with this. Probably. Kind of how we go along about these situations is you think that you're like leaving your friends or your family, like especially like moving out to LA. It was like kind of difficult at first, like trying to like, just fit into the new lifestyle, like being in LA and being ambitious and stuff like that. But like, it's kind of like
I wasn't laughing when you said
what it really comes down to. You're good. What it really comes down to is knowing that you have complete fulfillment, knowing that you're not leaving them behind. They are essentially a part of who you are, and that you get to carry their love and everything that they've paid forward for you to everybody else around you. Now that in your life you're stepping into that next version of what your potential is, and that's all from like everybody that you've crossed paths with, whether that be friends, family, relationships, whatever that looks like for you, whether it be a good experience.
He said friends and a ding. That's cool.
Or a negative experience. You can take all of that and help it be positive for somebody else in the future. So it's just really cool to think about. It's just like one topic that we can talk about along this subject.
Honestly, before I forget, I laugh because someone just goes, "Are you guys gay?" And I'm like,
It's just goofy.
It's just goofy string. That's what they want. Yeah, and building on top of that, it is a struggle, especially. I mean, if we have anyone older on right now, at least graduating high school or college, you're like, oh wow, like I'm not gonna see these people again. And this is such a. It feels like a part of you is being left behind, and you can't restore that. It becomes a void. It's like you leave a part of you there, and when you leave it in the past, you don't accept it, and you keep trying to get it. You have like this void. So it's like, I don't want to leave behind. It was so great. For example, like when I started making videos in 2020, I was just thinking about it last night. There was just an innocence. It was before I knew what was gonna happen. I was just starting. We were doing it for fun, and then I'm like, sometimes it's like, oh man, like it's crazy. You're like. It will never be that innocent again. And so we'll have this internal battle of, was I happier back then? Am I happier now? Am I even doing what I need to be doing now? Am I behind it? Did I already peak? But Robbie was telling me, because I expressed, like we both expressed those feelings to each other. He told me, it was a month or two ago, he goes, yeah man,
Wasn't the only thing he confessed to me about. We'll talk about that another time.
Yeah, to answer the question, no, we're not gay. Oh, sure. No, we are straight individuals. And yes, we haven't met Luke Davison. He's a good guy.
Better friend.
I remember when you made the chicken sandwich. Oh yeah, I made that chicken sandwich video. It was a parody of Liam. Do you know Kelsey? Yeah, we're about to film with Kelsey. Anyways,
back on track.
No, but Rob was telling me like a month or two ago. He's like, yeah, man, I kind of have more peace with it. I feel like as I'm getting more close with Christ, I'm understanding that wherever I am in life, whichever chapter, if I'm able to spread His word and impact people, it's going to spread that positivity, overall make the world a better place, and it's okay. And then like you serve your purpose with someone back then. You plant that seed, you have to plant other seeds and other people, and like help them grow and help yourself grow. And
absolutely. Would you say that like what would you say is the most prettiest tree? Like a palm tree, it's one of the prettiest ones. So
yeah, it's the only thing I think of. The California, the beach tree. Yeah.
Think about this. I'm not like crapping on like any other state, but just use this for a metaphor.
I'm like about to not crapping on any other trees.
Say for example, we're like palm trees, and we're living in Ohio, and we kind of stick out in Ohio. Would you believe?
Yeah, 100%.
kind of stuck out.
Fuckers Homecoming King. And I was
twice or whatever.
Edgar, the video guy. And then he was a Mr. Poofy Pajama Pants. Don't even ask about that one.
That being said, like if you're like in a friend group or like even with your family, whoever you're surrounding yourself with, if you notice that like you bring more to the table or can like are just different, you gotta find like the people that like help you, be you, to the fullest potential of yourself. Not so you can like look at your friends or the people that you're around and constantly be like life-giving for them or constantly pouring out to them, but like where you can like be mutually life-giving. Say like the palm tree lives in California, there's so many of them and they're like helping each other look beautiful and like just really spreading that love and positivity to one another. I know it sounds kind of like feng shui or whatever, but like if you really think about it, if you're the average of who you surround yourself with and stuff like that, feng shui, it's like mumbo jumbo mind tricks and stuff like that. But
no shitting. It actually means that.
Yeah, facts. But if you think about it, we felt that we were like really life giving and like was able to provide a lot of value. So we like had to go find people that would like really help us grow. So that's what I was like struggling with back in Ohio, and I feel like here I've really cultivated a sense of environment and community where like I'm actually growing. So whatever that looks like for you, I would definitely just strive to find that. Not so your relationships are constantly being, you're constantly pouring into them or they're constantly pouring into you. It's got to be mutually what I call life giving, so that you both feel like you're both progressing in the relationship personally.
And it's even crazy thinking about that because you mentioned moving to LA, and if there's any credibility, we did the big move, Ohio to LA, east to west, and we it's what they would describe as the impossible dream, like Los Angeles, and we're both living in 1-bedroom apartments here, and like of course some people have to have moved on this chat. Like some of you guys probably moved, and it's like, oh, you left your friends and family behind, and you don't know if it's the job you want to do. The thing is that no one has their shit together. No one actually knows.
It's part of the journey.
It's part of the journey to fail to figure it out. And it's crazy because, now that we're here and, we got out of our comfort zone, we were getting too comfortable here. Living all together, we're like, oh, let's live alone now. We need another challenge. Like, the more you do it, the easier it becomes. But it is that, we should highlight the... afraid to make friends.
Afraid to make friends?
Yeah, like people, new chapters, and they're like, I think it always ties back to friends.
I remember I made a post on Facebook like 10 years ago, and it popped up in my memories. It said like, I don't want to make friends anymore because they're just like people that are either going to pass away or like leave in my life. And that's such a pessimistic way of thinking because truly, like what I was saying earlier and kind of ties into this, it's like they're never truly gone. Like once you encounter them in your life, you are essentially part of each other. Like your energy has like chemically been reciprocated between one another. It's not like physically or anything like that, but like you can
the stories you can't rewrite the story. The scenes have been done. You
can absorb a piece of somebody, and it's always going to be with you, whether it be negative or positive. But you have to not react to the situation. Whether if it's negative, you have to respond to it and say, how can I learn or get the most out of this either relationship or experience? And it can all be used for the positive if you choose to see it that way. It all comes down to the questions you ask yourself. Did it happen to you or did it happen for you? It's up to you to decide that.
That's well said. And it's also kind of like it's such a hard thing to talk about sometimes because a lot of it, I feel like if you ask someone who's actually in the moment struggling with how do you feel? I don't know. Nostalgia, confusion, anger, upset. I'm also happy and excited. It's a mix of everything. Even if it's like, a chapter ends, it doesn't even have to be moving. It could be if it's with an ex-partner or ex-best friend or ex-family member, chapter, I don't know, you bought a new farm and have all these new animals, you miss your old horse. Whatever it may be, there's that bond. But the thing is when both of you have good intention, you're genuine and very integrous. I don't know. No, but the thing is that when you guys have this bond and you're both working towards the same goal, which ultimately, like, let's say, I want to live my life through Christ, and you guys are going that same path, it's just like, with this plan, oh boy.
Funny you said that because I was just thinking of a metaphor like in the car car earlier that I was going to bring up during the podcast that is very similar to what you're saying right now.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, you're gonna have to fill in details when I wrap up the
Yeah,
sentence. Because I want to hear about that.
Yeah.
That's, I love when it's like, oh, that's funny. I love when that shit happens.
Gotta stop shopping about the Fruit Loops.
Is that what something else about?
Anyways,
I gotta stop shouting by the fruit. Mason's like, hey, what's going on? And then Nick was a lot heavier back then. He was funny. It was funny because he was fat. But what was the last thing I was?
You're saying like when you're on the same goal of like chasing God.
Yeah, it's just both of you. If you're very like just truly genuine, down like just good-hearted people, you're gonna check in and want to be part of the process. And if you guys are talking every day all the time, it is true. Like when you reconnect and it's like, yo, brother, and it's like you hug, you reconnect, and it's like some shit don't change. And if you truly, it's like, hey, like I'm so happy that you took that time. And you killed it.
Yeah, absolutely.
And it's just like, you know, it's really not over because right now all the people that need to be in my life are here, even from college, from high school, even family when I was born. It's just a mix of everything. You can choose what you want. It's just kind of hard knowing what's best.
Absolutely. Yeah, I'd say that coincides very similarly to what I was thinking about in the car. So what I was thinking about was the I don't know if we brought this up on the podcast before, but like, you know, success at the top of the mountain, it's a plateau, and like there's plenty of people to like, you know, help get to the top. But I was like looking at it this way. You ever seen like somebody that's like scaling a mountain where they're like, you know, they have like the rope and they're like
yeah
kind of thing, or like even rock climbing. I look at it as
like, hey boys, can you roll down the screen and play a clip of that? Right?
I look at 100%.
Oh, we don't have it. No. We gotta update the studio.
So if you take a look at like the mountain, it's like this. And you could be climbing, it may look like you're climbing it solo sometimes, but you know that like there is like a complete 360 around this mountain. There's so many different angles, and like you have so many other people that are trying to get to the same exact goal, which in my mind is essentially like peace. And what that looks like for me is my boy JC. If you're on that path, just know consciously, sometimes it feels like you're alone, but there's so many other people trying to get to that same goal. And I think everybody in life is essentially trying to find peace in life. So we're all literally in this together. Now make a high school musical reference, but we're all literally trying to do the same thing in this
Boys
life.
play the High School Musical.
So if you can find somebody that's like further up on that scaling of a mountain than you are, they can actually point to the rocks that you need to be grabbing on to, you know, essentially get you closer to where you want to be in life. So
which you'll pay forward when you look below and someone's wanting to reach out. Everyone gets to the top. Exactly. And then it's crazy because when you think about it this way, we want what we can't have.
Always.
So if I told you, you know what, you like high school so much, you're gonna stay in high school, and you're gonna stay, and you're afraid to lose your friends. Oh, what? Fine, you had a breakup. All right, then you're gonna continue to stay in that unhealthy relationship and have that toxic, like that negativity in your life.
Yeah.
And then you're gonna be like, well, I want a new chapter because you can't have it.
Have you ever thought about this? Like, have you ever thought about if we had complete peace, what the point of life would be?
Yeah, or how? Then it means there's no challenges. You're in comfort zone.
Challenges. That means.
Is there anything complete peace? Would you need to be perfect in order to acquire complete peace? Could a flawed human being such as ourselves even have peace, even be capable?
Well, always has something to work on, something to strive for, which is to be more like Jesus every day.
So it's like peace and perfection. I guess go hand in hand.
And that's why I think it's so crucial to know that like we have such limited time on this earth. Like if you had the chance to live forever, would you?
As much, I think that answer would be yes out of fear. But if I would answer if I would have to put the answer on a final verdict and put the paper in, it would be no.
What would what would the urgency be to succeed at all, or to strive for anything?
Plus,
we have so much time. Don't worry about it. You know, just don't do it.
And to see all your loved ones over time dying, it's like it's like
that'd be sad.
If the tales are correct with heaven, but at the end of the day, if the book reads the truth, which it's your interpretation whether it does or not. We can't sit here and tell you this is this is that, but what we can tell you is this: if it does happen to be the real deal, then it didn't matter at what point, what chapter of your life, it was the same end goal, like I was saying earlier.
Yeah.
You ended up, you were going the same path. Maybe you were in California, maybe you're in Ohio, when you're both chasing the Lord and you're going through the same path. You're gonna cross. I can't.
And then
tell
you're
you
gonna find people that are on like that same path as you are, and you'll be like, "Yo, what's up, dude? Just moved to LA together. Boom, pow." Yo, and what I was kind of like saying with the mountain idea is like there will be boulders like tossed to you, like from people that don't want you to succeed, or negative, pessimistic people, and it's like I've kind of enjoyed like encountering that because it trains me to know what that looks like in the future, and now I can intuitively and intelligently kind of like see that nonsense from whatever angle it's coming from,
and choose not to receive.
And I don't receive any of that.
I don't receive that.
I'm just like skirt. Skirt. But yeah. So yeah, with more negative situations or negative people in your life, don't see it as like a negative experience. Like look at that and be like, that's really trained me to learn who to and not to trust, and really fall on the path of like, is this love or is this literally coming from Satan? And that's something I don't have room for anymore, is to judge people based off their own situation, whether they're angry or just being pessimistic or sad towards me. It's like I don't have to receive that because it's literally just based off of their past experiences, their traumas, the things that they've been through. So I the only thing that I feel is I feel sorry for them for the fact that they haven't achieved that peace yet, and that's what my job is to do as a Christian man, is to help them attain that through Jesus. So that's what I try my best to do. It's my life's mission, essentially. So
guys, I hate to do this. We had to film in the studio, and we were saying we were staying alive probably like 15, and it's about to hit 17. But I actually, even regardless, I don't have anything else to add. I hit my points. I like what you said. I think that ended on a good note. That's kind of where we wanted it to lead. We wanted to end talking about him and the plan ultimately, because it all ties back to the plan. So, all right, well, guys, thanks for watching. And then, guys, we're gonna attach our social medias in the links here. We're gonna do @RobertJBobby on all social medias. You'll have his website page, Linktree, right?
yeah, if you guys want any Cutco, some knives, I got you in the bio. If you want some bucked up supplements for working out, I got you in the bio. What else do I sell?
I'm just gonna have my website and then everything else, MySpace. You guys know it. So, guys, we're about to film some jail videos. So we'll see you guys soon. Be ready. We're about to release some bangers for you guys. So
Amen.
thanks for watching. Next Monday,
Much love.
episode 7.
Amen.
Much love, guys. Peace.